Alright, so as you guys probably know, I recently uploaded another video on how I could not get any grand battles. However, it turned out that I was simply trying to get into a grand battle at the wrong time. Now, that has since changed. Instead of trying to get one closer to my afternoon, I tried to get a grand battle during the morning, which is just a couple hours ago, so my 8 a.m., where there was literally 10,000 people on the server I was on. So yeah, it was pretty full. However, surprisingly enough, it was still pretty difficult to get a grand battle because most people weren't even playing tier 10 tanks. They were just playing lower tier tanks, doing whatever the hell they wanted, or just forming training rooms. And it is, very frustrating. I believe I was only able to get around, 3 or 4 grand battles actually played. The rest were just in training rooms. And let me tell you, trying to get into a training room for grand battles, well, it was interesting. I first attempted to make contact with some foreign Russian children. Сука, блядь.
Окей, дальше, сейчас я подтолкну. Хэвик, не трожь его. Да.
Turn it off! Turn it off! But I still could not understand a single thing they were saying. So instead, I kept searching around the training rooms and eventually found this other room with some older-aged teenagers, which is what I would assume they were, which were quite nice to me. And we played a couple of battles in grand battles where I basically just searched around and explored I just explored the map to see what there was. We then just, played other maps and just started trying to climb stuff. And might I say that Wargaming has actually blocked off a lot of the areas that we used to be able to go, which it's a little frustrating because I feel like that was really the one thing left that actually required a serious amount of skill to do. And now that that's gone, it's like you can't really do anything to stand out, which kind of sucks because, climbing was really fun. But I was able to climb in the grand battle, or the grand battle map called Nebelberg. I can't exactly remember what the name was, but that was the very nice shot you guys saw at the end, and holy crap does that map look nice from above. But I guess onto my thoughts on the grand battle itself. Now I have to say the larger size of map is very nice for mediums and light tanks, and that's just about it, to be honest. You see, going forward, you kind of get into the same problem we've been getting with other maps, and that being heavy tanks are obsolete. Just to be able to get to the city, you really need to travel quite a distance. And if you're in a mouse, or in my case a VK7201K, it takes a while to travel around. However, if you're in something like an IS-7, a WZ-111 5A, a T-110E5, or a T-57, you are going to get to those places that are extremely beneficial to you far quicker than everyone else. And that can be a problem when you're trying to basically balance everything out. However, there are some aspects of the map that I do like, that being the center of the map is not this high and mighty, you can shoot down on enemies and no one can shoot back at you, because there are perches for tank destroyers specifically built to counter the center, which in my opinion is actually a really good idea, because usually we get problems like on mines where you cannot shoot the people on the hill and the people on the hill can't shoot the TDs. But this effectively eliminates that, although TDs will probably not get spotted, so you might run into other problems there, but I see that Wargaming is trying to effectively solve that problem. Now, another thing that I do like about the map is that it does offer some forms of flat areas, different avenues of attack, and of course a city for heavy tanks. However, this doesn't all meld very smoothly together. Let me put it this way. On the very east of the map, you have very specific avenues of attack with a couple hills, which if you have a cranberry you can use, but overall the map in itself is actually pretty flat down to the east, which means you usually can't use tanks like the cranberry and stuff like that. You usually tend to use tanks with really strong frontal armor. Over to the city, it's pretty much the same thing. You use tanks with really strong frontal armor because the city itself is extremely flat. However, the city does have some really steep slopes, some hills right near it, directly near it, I guess, where the church is, and of course where I got that very nice shot with the Object 907. Other than that, there really isn't much. There really isn't anything special with the map in itself compared to any other map that I've seen personally. But the fact that it is larger than any of the maps certainly is a novelty, for sure. However, this also gets into another problem where you might not be able... For example, like I said, light tanks and mediums are going to dominate because they can easily travel around and, you know, go anywhere. They can easily get to whichever part of the map that is necessary. And something like a Russian medium, which, because this map is somewhat flat in lots of areas, can be pretty dominant. However, another medium like a Centurion Action 10 can also take advantage of a lot of areas that do allow for tanks like that to actually use their gun depression, which is also very nice. But it's very difficult to gauge exactly how this map will act and how players will receive it. Because it's the test server. I mean, come on. You got Type 5 heavies, you got FV-183s, you got fucking Sheridans running all over the place. You know, people using fucking premium rounds going through other people's armor immediately. It's not the most effective way to gauge a map. But I do like that Wargaming is at least trying to implement new maps, which, honestly, I wish that Wargaming would just implement, like, multiple new maps, or just revamp old maps and bring them back, because this game, what it needs is more diversity, not in its vehicles, but where it is you can go, in my opinion. Because we've been going the same places over and over again, and that gets old quick. But that might just be my opinion. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Kind of hoping that this will stretch out to 10 minutes. In fact, I think I did just stretch it out to 10 minutes. Let's see how close to the 10-minute mark I can get it. Anyway, guys, take care, and I will see you in the next one.